Hello. Hi, my name is Iulian C Ungureanu, and I will be your counselor for today. How can I help you?
Well, I'm Amy, and I have this problem with my family.
Okay.
They've made me really upset. I'm trying to do the right thing for my mom and my brother and sister. There's like 4 of us in this family. And everyone was agreeable in September, and now that it's June, they're all backing out of it.
And what did they agree upon?
We agreed that my mom needed to move up here closer to us.
Mm-hmm.
She lives in South Jersey. We live up here in New York area. And
That's quite a commute.
yeah, it takes too long to go there. And she's 85, and her husband died in September.
Mm-hmm.
So the family has to care for her now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sort of in charge mostly, and my brother and sister do a lot, but we try to make decisions together. And we all decided we were going to do this. And then this weekend, they all started saying, "Not now." Da,
No,
da,
no,
da.
no.
Yeah, each one had different reason, and they got me very upset. And
I see that you're visibly, I see it on your face. I see all the stress that's radiating from you.
that's true. I'm feeling it very much. And, I want to do the right thing for them, for my mother and all of us. I want to, even for myself,
Mm-hmm.
But they just don't see it that way, and they're just, they each have an idea. And their ideas, what they're really doing is just postponing. They're just throwing up roadblocks, making it impossible to care for my mother, really, to do what she needs.
And your mother is consequently suffering because of this indecision or lack of, what's the word, unity amongst you.
Mm-hmm.
Your mother's at the center, and she will continue to suffer unless there's a resolution to this issue, correct?
Correct, and that's it. Mm-hmm.
And this, I guess, just curious, this, caring for your mother. You said she is 85.
Yeah.
Has this, how has this issue been resolved in the past? Because I'm assuming that her, you guys have taken on her responsibility for quite some time.
Right, and it has been very challenging, which is why every time my mother got sick, it reinforced this decision that we'd all made. And my sister runs down there, spends all her time down there. I spend endless hours on the phone, interrupts my work, and it's been very difficult. And usually,
have you had to make other decisions regarding your mother's health and well-being? I mean, amongst your family.
Yeah, doctors and what to do next, and like the car keys,
Mm-hmm.
how long she can drive, and
Mm-hmm.
that type of stuff. It's been
So
challenging.
have you and your siblings butted heads often, I guess?
No, actually, we've really been getting along, and we've actually been working together. But my sister and brother, they want me to be in the lead,
Mm-hmm.
and they want to help. It's just that if I say, okay, we're going to do it now,
Mm-hmm.
they make it like it's my problem,
I see.
like I'm being selfish,
Mm-hmm.
and it really upset me because they didn't see, that I was really concerned with doing the best thing for
Mm-hmm.
my family.
Mm-hmm.
And they tend to get like that. It is a pattern,
Mm-hmm.
that if there's something that one of the other doesn't really agree with, they tend to invent things and do things
I
to
see.
throw up
Very creative.
roadblocks.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they're doing it on purpose. I think they're just afraid
Yeah.
to make a change. It's a big change,
It is.
and everyone's afraid, but I really know it's the right thing, and it has to be done.
And in the middle of it, like it's really affecting you. Like again, like I see you're very stressed about it. Like, and obviously because you are family, you don't want to disappoint your family members,
Right.
and you have to fight between your mother and your siblings, and it's like it's an unfortunate reality when you try to please everyone, but unfortunately someone will be a little bit displeased, at least maybe in the immediate future, with this decision, whatever your decision will be.
It is true. That is really what's upsetting me is that you can't please them, but I can't please them, but I know it's the right thing to do,
Mm-hmm.
and they've agreed it was the right thing to do, but
Mm-hmm.
now it's like, so they're all mad at me, and yet I don't know how to. I can't. It sort of feels so one or the other. Either I'm going to
Mhm.
have to. Which is, as we're talking about this now, is making me feel like I'm going to have to just do what I think is right and take the consequences,
Mhm.
which I'm not looking forward to. Is for a lot of
Yeah.
stress there. So
Okay. So so would you say that have have you lost some hope that you will be able to please everyone?
oh yes, it's absolutely impossible that I'm going to please them. I do feel very like it's just I'm going to be upset. They're going to be upset, but it's the right thing to do, and I just feel like there's nothing I can do, and I just feel like no matter what I do, it's going to be the wrong thing.
Yeah.
So it does feel kind of hopeless, yeah.
Gotcha. Well, and that was. It sounds like there's been a history there for quite some time. Correct.
Correct.
What about in this particular moment, here and now, as we're doing this session, as you're talking about it, what's coming up for you right now?
Well, you're absolutely right. I'm feeling anxious. I'm feeling the conflict.
Mm-hmm.
I'm feeling like we can't move forward. And unless I can, I'm thinking that maybe I should give an ultimatum.
Mm-hmm.
That really, if I make an ultimatum, that's going to be upsetting to them. However, because my mother is a kind of a person who doesn't really do things unless she sort of has to,
Mm-hmm.
and I know it's the right thing, I have to set the limit with her. I have
Mm-hmm.
to realize that if I make an ultimatum, there may be the consequence of.
And the limit is maybe moving her closer to you.
Yeah, I mean, she has to move
Mm-hmm.
to us. And she's afraid to move. I don't blame her.
Mm-hmm.
And it would be hard. I don't blame her. Doctors, all of this, and getting rid of stuff. And
Mhm.
she's in her apartment. She's used to new
Yeah.
environment. But I have some ideas on how it could be fun and an adventure, and that she would be much happier and less stressed herself. It would
Mhm.
lower the stress on my family,
Gotcha.
etc., etc.
And you keep on saying the right thing to do. You say you know the right thing to do. You said that several times. And that is, like you said, to move, for her to move. And either closer to your sister or closer to yourself, correct?
Correct.
And you said you're having a hard time expressing this, or you have expressed this. Is there anything that's preventing you from doing this decision?
Yeah, because I have these conflicting thoughts and feelings
Mm-hmm.
in my mind that my family's going to call me selfish, and
Mm-hmm.
they're going to, which they already have this weekend, and that they're going, my family's not going to like it.
Yeah.
So I can't please them if
Yeah.
I do the right thing.
So you're concerned
So-
about their
And-
approval.
Their approval, but the right thing, which we all agreed upon,
Would be.
would be for her to move,
Yeah.
and we have some places in mind that she could look at. So there's a plan in place, and the right thing would be for me to follow through with that
Yeah.
plan, regardless of what
Yeah.
everyone else
But
thinks.
just unfortunately, in these, your family is causing these barriers, which kind of are not making it easy for you to do this, the thing that you believe is the right thing, which is move her closer to you, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And I want to do a little exercise right now. Are you open
Okay.
to it?
Sure.
All right. Well, I'm going to give you a piece of paper right here. And I want you to write down any thoughts or beliefs that you have about yourself, the things that you like, don't like about your family, any thoughts that come up for you.
Oh, okay, well, should I say it or I'll
Well,
say it?
first write it down and then we'll go
Okay.
over it.
Um, and okay, wrote down.
Okay. All right. No, hold on to the
Oh,
paper.
okay.
Okay. Now, can you read them out loud?
Yeah, I feel like I'm responsible and I'm caring
Okay.
in the context of my family.
Okay.
But sometimes my family experiences that as me being selfish and bossy.
Okay.
So my family perceives things. They know in their heart they know I'm responsible and caring, but they tend to accuse me of being selfish and bossy.
Gotcha.
When I think my opinion is that they do it when they don't, when they're afraid to do it,
Yeah.
or they don't want to do it, or whatever. They make it my problem. So
Gotcha.
that's what I wrote.
Anything else you can add to that list? Maybe about yourself as a student, or yourself as a partner, things of that nature, or yeah. Let's go with yourself as a student, as a partner. How do you feel?
Say I think I'm a good student, and I think I'm a loving partner.
Okay. Okay, now I want you to take that piece of paper and hold it in front of you. All right. Now, are you any of those things?
Well, actually, I'm all of those things.
You're all of those things.
Yeah.
So you have these good things and these not so good things that you see about yourself and that others see about yourself, correct?
Right.
So you are not one individual thought or belief, correct?
Right, you're right. I'm not any one of these things. I tend to be all of these things at different times. And
At different times. So you are like the piece of paper.
I'm the piece of paper. Yeah, if you were to go all the way with the image
And then
and the words written on it, yeah.
and you could add more things on it, and that things can change any day. And you could subtract some things, you could add new things.
That's true.
And you have unlimited space, but you are not any one of these individual beliefs all by yourself.
Right, I don't have to get stuck in any
Yeah.
of these. And I think actually, as you're talking about it, I think what's making me feel stuck is I'm believing what my brother and sister
Yes.
are accusing me of
Yes.
too much. And that
is their belief.
That's right, I'm not
But that does
allowing
not that may not be necessarily true in reality.
it. Right.
Okay. All right. 1 second. And all right. So you see that yourself has many facets.
Yeah.
And just like you are a student, you are a sibling, you are a daughter, you are a partner, and you have every single one of these things has different dimensions, and they all make you who you are. You are not just, and you are female, and that's another part of who you are. That comes with its own little nuances. Can we say that? So you have all these little things, and all of these little things make you who you are. So you are all of these things, and then some, like we've been saying. Okay. And in regards to the reason why you came for the session today, like with this tension between you and your family and this decision about, moving your mother closer to you, because you said that's the right thing to do, or moving closer to anyone, but particularly, I guess, in your
Me and my sister particularly, yeah.
you and your sister, yes. And so there's these things being thrown at you by your siblings and by your mother. But are you any of these things?
Well, at times, but I don't really need to take it in quite so much. you know. And I think that's what's upsetting me, is just believing there.
It's just like, again, like the piece of paper, like you have all these things, but it is a part of who you are as a whole. You are not exclusively selfish. You are not exclusively a bad daughter or a bad partner. You know, you have all these things. We have nuances. We're human beings.
Right, exactly, yeah.
We're complex creatures.
Yeah, yeah.
So their beliefs are their beliefs, and your beliefs are your beliefs, and we are not our beliefs.
All right.
Do you agree?
I would say you're right. I can sort of separate myself from these beliefs and thoughts and feelings. You know, that doesn't make the whole person. You know, I'm
Yeah.
still a person with all this stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that said, so there's this tension. But where do you see yourself? You want to be, and maybe like you wrote some things on the paper. Is there anything on the paper that you would like to see yourself happen, or go geared towards?
Well, I like to be, you know, the caring, responsible, loving part.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the most important parts,
Mm-hmm.
and I'd like to be more of those. Regardless of, you know, how other people see me,
Yeah.
I have to. Those are the things I have to be.
Yeah. Okay. And so that's what you want to aim from, correct?
Correct.
So I guess family is very important to you.
Very, very important. Yeah.
Okay. And in regards to, again, the reason that you came for counseling today, so you have this big decision about moving your mother closer to either yourself or your sister, and that's related to your family value, right? How much value you place on your relationship with your family and the well-being of your family. Would you say so?
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's the reason, you know, that's the most important reason of why it needs to be done.
Yeah.
Is it's better for my mother's care. It makes her more accessible to me and my sister, and she will move to a type of a place where there'll be lots of people around. She won't be so lonely. So all of these pluses are why I know it's, as I've said before, the right thing to
Yeah.
do. So,
Okay. And so you know the right thing to do, correct? At least in your own eyes. And you value the well-being of your family. But unfortunately, their perceptions and words and exchanges that you have had with your family have not been so positive.
right.
So it's kind of hasn't opened the best window for you to make this decision.
Right. That's the conflict, is I'm very upset, you know, about it.
And okay, I want to tell you a little metaphor about your particular situation, and tell me if this resonates with you. Okay? It's called Demons on a Boat. And so basically, there's this guy who is on a boat, or we could say female, so we could say a woman to make it similar to you. So there's this woman, on this boat, and he's circling around the ocean. And eventually, he's getting bored. And he sees the other boats around him, around her, reaching land, like there's an island very close by. And as she decides that she wants to go closer to the land. But as soon as she decides to do that, these demons come out, which make scary noises, look very bad and scary, and then they get louder and louder, and she's like, she gets scared, so I can't do this. I gotta go back, where it's safe, where they're not gonna bother me. So she does that, and eventually she gets bored because she wants to go see the land, do something different, but these demons are scaring her. They're making all these sound effects. Eventually, she realizes that these demons, though they're scary, they can't physically hurt her. They're just there, their presence alone, but physically they can't do anything to harm her. So she makes a decision to go forward to the land. But these demons don't shut up. they're continuing to taunt her and scare her and make sound effects and look scary. But she's like, no, I'm going to go do it. Even if they're making me feel so bad, so scared, because I want to go to the land. That is what I desire. So eventually, she reaches land. And she did that with all this discomfort on her. And in your situation, like I said, you want to do the right thing, as you say, to see your mother come closer to you, and then your family is telling you all these things. I mean, your siblings in particular, putting you down and making you reevaluate and think and making it difficult for you. And because they're your family, you care about them and you want to please them. But then at the same time you realize that you can't please everyone. And you see the thing that needs to be done in this situation, for your mother's well-being and for the well-being, I guess, of the family as a whole. So what can we do? What can we do with regards to your situation? And what did you think of the metaphor, actually? Does that make any sense?
Well, I think that what you're trying to say is, if I have this goal in mind for my mother and my family to be on this beautiful island of safety and comfort, and but I'm afraid to take them there because they're all mad at me. So I should really realize that the fear is I can have the fear and I could still get there, but I need to make a commitment to just say, look, either you're coming with me or you're not.
So how can we make that happen?
I have to just tell my mother. I have to give her sort of an ultimatum. I have to give her an ultimatum, and the ultimatum would be, if you can't move closer to me, you'll have to find someone else to be in charge of your care because you live too far away. So please, move closer, like we all agreed, and I'll be happy to go along as we have been. And that, I'm giving her a choice, and I'm also making it easier for me to deal with, her health. Of course, I would not abandon her and never talk to her again. I would still talk to her if she decided against it, but I wouldn't be in charge. And that's really the main thing, is if she wants me in charge, she has to let me lead the boat and her to the island.
There you go.
If she's not going to let me be in charge, let her put someone else in charge of the boat. And
there you go.
That's that.
And when do you think you'll be able to do that?
Well, I think I better do it soon, because that's part of the whole purpose of this. It's something we need to do this summer. So it doesn't drag on, and actually it is the only time I have really to actually do all the details that need, and there's a lot of details to be done.
Gotcha. So. Okay. Well, I hope we made some progress during this session.
Yeah.
And we'll continue in our next one.
Sounds good.
How does next Saturday sound?
Sounds pretty good.
All right.
See you then.
Well, thank you very much.
Bye-bye.
See you then.